Good evening and a warm welcome. It's Saturday, the 24th of November 2018. You're joining us on Prime TV News. Here are the stories making your headlines tonight. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says a special program will be implemented to develop the tourism industry. JVP leader, parliamentarian Anurakumar Dissanayake says Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe is a leader without any democratic characteristics. The Met Department says more rains can be expected in many areas of the country. And in headlines overseas, 25 people including 5 children were killed after a bus fell into a canal in South Karnataka in India. And now for the news in detail. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says a special program will be implemented to develop the tourism industry, which was collapsed during the time of the previous government. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, during a special meeting at his office, explained the importance of uplifting the tourism industry, which makes a major contribution to the economy. The discussion was held with the professionals and businessmen engaged in the tourism industry. Attention was paid on the slow pace of the promotions conducted overseas and the decline of the tourism sector. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa pointed out steps should be taken to prevent such a situation again. The Prime Minister instructed the officials to launch a promotional program about the local tourism industry to attract more tourists. He paid his attention on imposing higher taxes on the tourism industry when compared with other countries in the region. Proposals were presented to implement short and long-term programs to increase direct and indirect employment in the local tourism industry. Attention was paid on launching a program to prevent the closure of tourist hotels. Leader of the JVP, parliamentarian Anurakumar Dissanayake says Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe is a leader without any democratic characteristics. He said this during a meeting organized by the Galle District Intellectual Organization. JVP parliamentarian Anurakumar Dissanayake said that Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe is a leader who destroyed all democratic principles in the country. He questioned as to what democratic principles were protected when signing the Singapore Agreement, when selling the Hambantota harbour, and when all the medical faculties were closed for more than 1.5 years. He further said that Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe was trying to cover behind the cloak of democracy to hide his 3.5 years of undemocratic history. The Met Department says that an increase of rains can be expected in many areas of the country. The Met Department said that strong winds could accompany rains. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre has requested the public living in the hill country to be vigilant of landslides. Many areas of the Mathura district submerged with the overflowing of Kiramba Ara of the Nilwala River. About 600 acres of paddy in Urapula, Palolpitiya, Godava and its surrounding areas have been destroyed. Transport has been disrupted due to the submerging of several roads. Meanwhile, a large earth mound has collapsed at the Madakumura area on the Talavakele Punaluoya main road. Vehicle movement has been disrupted on the road. Police request motorists to use alternative routes to avoid inconvenience. A main road in the Navalapitiya town has gone under water due to heavy rains on the western slopes of the central hills. The road from Navalapitiya town to Gampala Sripada Pirivena has gone under water. Several shops in the town have submerged. 4 sluice gates of the Rajangana reservoir have been opened due to heavy rains. The Office of the Irrigation Engineer said that they may have to open the remaining sluice gates if the rain continues. United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe has called over on the Mahanayaka of the Malvatta and Asgiri chapters. Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe visited the Mahanayaka of the Malvatta chapter, the Most Venerable Tibetuave Sri Sumangala Thera, and received his blessings. Thereafter, he called over on the Mahanayaka of the Asgiri chapter, the Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnanaratana Thera, and received his blessings as well. MP Kanchana Vijayasekara says the Tamil National Alliance is directing the United National Party at present. He mentioned this during a media briefing at the Prime Minister's office. MP Kanchana Vijayasekara said that the government led by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa left the chambers of the parliament yesterday as protests against biased action of the speaker, who is deliberately who has deliberately destabilized the country. He said that for the first time in the history of the parliament that there is a speaker who works for his party. He said that after the illegal vote by the speaker, parliamentarian Lakshman Kiriyalla asked for a vote by name. He further said that parliamentarian Sumandiran met parliamentarian Kiriyalla and asked him to keep silent. He added that he saw that message was given to former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe by Mr. Sumandiran. Therefore, he said that it was clear the Tamil National Alliance is guiding the United National Party at present.
Ranil Wickremesinghe හිටපු අගමැතිතුමාටත් ඒ පණිවිඩය දෙනවා දැක්කා. ඒ නිසා අපිට පැහැදිලිව පේනවා අද එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ මෙහෙවන්නේ වෙන කවුරුවත් නෙවෙයි. TNA සංවිධානය. දැන් TNA සංවිධානය.
Still at home, tourist arrivals in Sri Lanka have increased after a lapse of several months. Many tourist hotels, which were running at a loss, have started gaining profits. A large number of tourists from France, Germany, the United Kingdom and Japan have visited the Polonnaruwa historical sacred city. They have shown a keen enthusiasm to visit places of historical significance in the area. As a result, those who are involved in the tourism industry are earning a high income. They pointed out the number of tourists visiting the country would further increase. Lahiru Madhushankar has thanked President Maithripala Sirisena and Minister Faiza Mustafa for taking measures to get him released after being imprisoned in the Maldives for 3 years without a trial. He had been taken into custody on an alleged attempt to assassinate the former Maldivian president. The government of Sri Lanka and Amnesty International requested several times to get him released. There was no response from the previous Maldivian government. Minister Faiza Mustafa, who attended the swearing-in ceremony of the new Maldivian president as the special representative of the Sri Lankan president, held discussions in this regard with the Maldivian authorities. Accordingly, Lahiru Madhushankar was released. Many people are protesting against the statement of MP Ranjan Ramanayaka in connection with the judgment to be given by the Supreme Court on the dissolution of Parliament. The National Intellectual Forum requests the government to take legal action against his statement.
Chairman of the National Intellectuals Forum, Indika Ratnayaka, said that sovereignty of the people is above everything else. He said that they hope the judiciary would consider the public opinion when taking a decision. Secretary to the forum, Attorney at Law Jana Jayawardena, said that they would go to courts against postponing of elections by the United National Party, which talks highly about democracy. She pointed out that the people wanted an opportunity to give their judgment.
And finally, in local news, the government emphasizes that no permission has been granted to hold the Mahaviru commemoration. Director General of the Information Department, Nalaka Kalubaba, says that there is no truth about propaganda indicating that permission has been granted to the event. And that wraps up the bulletin for tonight. You can log on to www.itnnews.lk for more information. Sasanka Das for Prime TV News. Thanks for watching. Good night.